got myself in motion. One, I know that you'll understand. Set the world in motion. I'm reaching out for each other's hands. Maybe we'll discover what we should have known all along. Sorry. Welcome back to Everyday Movie Ever. My name is Jess and I'm watching Everyday Movie Ever. Today I'm going to talk about The Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again. The Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again is a 1979 theatrical release that is the sequel to The Apple Dumpling Gang. It's directed by Vincent McEveety, cinematography by Frank Phillips, editing by Gordon D. Brenner, music by Buddy Baker, and it's written by Tait. Vincent McEveety and Gordon D. Brenner I covered in the video about the Ghost of Cypress Swamp. Frank Phillips I covered in the video about the Pete's Dragon. Buddy Baker I covered in the video about the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And Tait I covered in the video about the North Avenue Irregulars. All links will be in the description. The film stars Tim Conway, Don Knotts, Tim Matheson, Kenneth Mars, and Elyssa Davalos. Tim Conway and Don Knotts play Amos and Theodore respectively, and I covered them in the Apple Dumpling Gang video. Link will be in the description. Tim Matheson plays Jeff Reed, and he's best known for Animal House, The West Wing, Heart of Dixie, and Van Wilder Party Liaison. Kenneth Mars plays Willie Bill, and he's best known for Young Frankenstein, The Producers, What's Up Doc, and The Little Mermaid. He plays Triton. Elyssa Davalos plays Millie, and she's best known for MacGyver, Tychus, Diagnosis Murder, and God Against Evil. Harry Morgan is also in this movie, but he plays a completely different role than he did in the first one. I think this is one of the worst sequels ever made. I think this movie is terrible. I think they said, let's take everything that made the Apple Dumpling Gang stupid and put it in its own movie. This film received very mixed reviews and it made $20.9 million at the box office. I don't like it. I hate this movie kind of a lot. I think it's because I'm over Tim Conway and Don Knotts. Mostly Don Knotts. I think Tim Conway's quite funny. Don Knotts I also thought was funny, but then he was in like 30 Disney movies as the same character, and he's not funny anymore. I think it's stupid and not funny. So as I said, I think this movie is really not good. I was very invested in what Tim Matheson's storyline was, but I hated the love story, but their chemistry was ridiculous. So I was very conflicted because Millie and Jeff Reed are like falling in love in this movie, are falling in love in this movie, and I hated the love story. Like, I didn't like that there was a love storyline going on through all of this ridiculousness, but their chemistry was ridiculous, so I couldn't help but like them together, if that makes any sense. Like, I hated that there was a love story. I didn't want there to be one, but Elyssa and Tim's chemistry was off the charts. It was so good. So, like, I had to ship them almost. If it doesn't make sense, sorry, it made sense to me. This movie is terrible. I hate it so much. Amos and Theodore mentioned at the very beginning of the film that they left the Apple Dumpling Gang family because they wanted to make a name for themselves in the history books. It was a very expository piece of dialogue, but it was necessary because everyone's wondering where the rest of the family is. And at the end, they mention the family again about how they're going back to them. There's also a giant explosion in the movie that I have to talk about because it was ridiculous. I have a clip of it. It will be playing. The explosion was huge. I feel like it's one of the biggest explosions in a Disney film ever because it was gigantic. Like, I was like, dang, oh my gosh. The last thing I want to say about this movie is that it was thoroughly predictable. I guessed every single plot point in this movie. So, give it a watch if you like knowing everything that's going to happen without even reading about it. That's all I have for the Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again. I thought it was absolute garbage, if that wasn't obvious. I don't like this movie at all. I'm going to give it like 2 apple dumplings out of 10. Our total movie count is. Parent, death toll, and cry count are still the same. If you want to keep up with what movie I'm watching when, follow me on Instagram or Twitter, and you'll find out what movie I'm watching when. I put out videos every Monday and Friday, typically, but it is the month-long celebration for the 2nd anniversary of Every Disney Movie Ever. Wednesday begins our week of guests. I will be releasing a video every day for a week until the 2nd year anniversary date, and every single one of those videos has a guest. Sunday we'll even have 2 videos because of the live stream. So stay tuned starting Wednesday for a whole week because it's going to be hilarious. Honestly, it's going to be really funny. I promise you, it's pretty funny. So please stay tuned until next time, which is Wednesday. Comment, like, and subscribe. I don't know how much life you are, so you do you, and don't be the Marshall. Don't be the gross fiance. Don't be this movie. I don't care what you don't be a part of this movie. Just don't be it. Because, ugh. This movie was garbage. 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 It was garbage.